My garbage person of the week is unfortunately once again Elon Musk. But before I tell you why, I do want to walk back a bit from some of my past criticism of him. I have referred to him as a racist in the past, and I need to apologize for that. Apparently, he is not a racist. I am told by his dad, who points out he couldn't be. He was friends with black servants he had, which I used to think that when someone said I couldn't be a racist, I have black friends, that sounded bad. That's sounding pretty good right now compared to he was friends with the help in apartheid South Africa. That is more devastating than anything I could ever say about Elon Musk. So thank you, Elon Musk's dad. You are our hero of the week. But anyway, he's not a racist. He was friends with the servants. But no, he is my garbage person. It's because he's doing this again. His PAC is now offering $100 to Wisconsin voters in a pitch against activist judges. So this is his squirrely, weaselly little way of paying people to vote without opening himself up 100% to going to jail for this. And so there's this election going on right now. It's for a spot on the Supreme Court in Wisconsin. Super important. It's going to determine the ideological bent of that court. It's going to have nationwide implications. And so it is not enough that Elon Musk is spending tens of millions of dollars on this, which he is doing. He's buying the election the way the billionaires typically do. No, just like he did in the 2024 presidential election, he has found a way to try to pay people to vote. Now, if you get the $100 from him, it doesn't mean that you have to vote for that judge, but you do have to provide your information. They will then have access to you and they will target you. So this is within the ridiculously permissive environment we have in terms of money in politics. It's not bribery, it's legal, but it's as much bribery as he is at this point able to do. I'm sure in future elections they'll open it up and they'll be able to do even more. But this is insane. This should be against the law. Elon Musk should be behind bars. You should never be able to do anything like this. This is the sort of vote buying that like we talk about in past eras of American politics as, my God, wasn't it corrupt in the past that you had machines like this? The Democratic Party machine would be paying people for the vote. Now we just have the richest man in the world who's going into all sorts of elections and just buying votes at $100 a pop. And so I think this is utterly unacceptable. It should be illegal. He's garbage. Why aren't more people fired up about this? Brett, what do you think?
$100, you can't pay people for votes. It's like the most on the nose thing.
You can effectively.
That is bribery. What is bribery? How do you buy giving people money and then they vote for you? Like, it's insane. At least launder it through an intermediary.
Yeah.
Don't just be like, did you vote for this? Here's $100.
In the same way that in the Voting Rights Act, up until recently at least, states had special scrutiny because they could not be trusted in this area.
Yeah.
Elon Musk should have individually special scrutiny, where anything he does to influence the government or spend money to influence the government should have to be pre-approved by the Supreme Court, which I wouldn't even trust, but at least it's something, because he has shown that he cannot be trusted in this area. And so I think there should be individual level special scrutiny on Elon Musk. Or you could say, hey, that's not fair. Other billionaires do it. Well, first of all, they don't do this, but okay, I'll give that to you. Anyone with a net worth above $10 million, there should be special scrutiny because we can't trust them. They have shown far too much of a willingness historically to manipulate our political system for their own elite gain. This is what being opposed to the status quo should be, I think.
Dude,
this sort of proposal, what do you think?
They say you can't give people a bottle of water.
Yep.
They say your church can't drive you to the polls. But I can give you $100 for a vote, dude. The only way water can be worth $100 is at like a Knicks game.
Yeah, that's true. This, by the way, this is the sort of thing that has led people like Bill Burr to be so enraged about Elon Musk. This is why people are protesting in the way they are, because they see literally the world's richest man buying, not just in general their government, like the wealthy always do, but individually, specifically buying every politician he can in every election he can. Okay, so the right wing, which has tried to like, as a fun bit of cosplay, presented themselves as anti-elite or whatever, populist or something, maybe wake up, because regular people see this. I know that it's not in your financial self-interest to acknowledge that this is the most corrupt thing we've ever seen in our country, but regular people see it. And if we don't do something about it, it leads to people lashing out, destroying property, maybe shooting CEOs, and I don't want to see that happen. But you seem willing to cruise us down towards that end state, okay? I think we need drastic action to stop that even more drastic action from happening. Maybe you could catch up and get on board with us. Anyway, we're gonna now jump to our vote for the garbage person of the week. 45,000 of you voted. Here's your number. Your number 4 is Kirsten Sinema, 4% of the vote for attacking Democrats over their use of the filibuster. Number 3, 15% of the vote, Ken Paxton for arresting a midwife for performing abortions in Texas. Your runner-up had 31% of the vote. That is Elon Musk's doggy for starving, bomb-sniffing dogs. I completely forgot about that. There's a worse dog-related story in the news today, actually. But anyway, we don't have time. Your garbage person of the week got 49% of the vote. That's the GOP for calling for the deportation, the judge who pushed back against the deportations, to be impeached. And so thank you to the 45,000 of you who voted. But we don't just have garbage people here. We're being more positive in this season of the Damage Report. We have the hero of the week, and 53,000 of you voted. 3 weeks in a row, more people voted for the hero than the garbage. Your number 4 with 7% of the vote is Tim Walz for calling out Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Number 3 with 13% of the vote is AOC for continuing to call out Democratic senators. See how people just want someone to speak out. Your runner-up had 33% of the vote. That is Bernie Sanders for his Stop the Oligarchy tour. But number 1, 47%, Judge James Boasberg for blocking Trump's deportation plan. So the other side of the garbage person of the week. So I love the synergy there. Thank you to everybody who voted. If you enjoyed that, make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming an actual member. But you're probably wondering, why the hell would I do that, John? First off, calm down. The stakes in this are very, very low. But also, when you click the join button and you become a member, you get access to bonus content that I make every week with Francesca Fiorentini, and it's a ton of fun. You get access to tons of custom emojis and more besides that. By the way, if you join at tier 3, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself and other awesome people, and we always have a great time. By the way, you'll get all that going forward, but you also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips, top 10 lists, debates, and more. What are you waiting for? Click the join button below. Your support powers our show, and we couldn't do it without you. Or at the very least, I wouldn't really want to try. Viewers like you keep me here. So thank you in advance for joining.